you check the children? Show a little mad sometimes.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes. That is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil, Laird.
Wolfman.
And Jaime and Fuego here.
And we are here to do another trailer reaction roundup. There were a lot of trailers that dropped this week, but a couple in specific that we are very excited about. And they are going to be the trailers for the upcoming Resident Evil movie, the live-action movie. Now, the thing about it is, we are going to have both the standard US trailer and the international trailer to watch, because apparently there was different footage in each trailer, Fuego?
That is what they were saying. And
Yeah,
Johannes Roberts, I believe his name is, and he was the guy who did The Other Side of the Door.
Don't want to answer.
Yep, you remember.
Mm-hmm.
And then also 47 Meters Down and a few other things. So that he's kind of reviled in certain circles, but I think he's relatively competent.
Competent?
Yes, that is me combining two different words. So he can compliment and he's competent. So
Okay.
there we go. And
Go
I'm just
learn
very
me good.
And I'm suddenly thinking of, I'm self-smarted, and I figured myself out by smoking drugs. Anyway.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Let's just continue.
Yeah, all of
For
you
God's
fans
sake.
of Trailer Park Boys, for God's sake. Yes, but this is supposed to be more video game
Fuego's the
faithful.
reference king. I don't know why I don't realize that it's references most of the
I
time.
just didn't realize what it was referenced from.
Yeah, and it's the most video game centric sort of adaptation that they have said, much more so than what was done with
Yeah.
You trailed off there, so I was waiting for you to finish
I
your
trailed
sentence.
off as I forgot Homeboy's name, and yes, it is dude who did the first Mortal Kombat, who did Event Horizon, and who did a few of the
Paul
Resident
W.
Evil films.
Anderson.
I thought you guys were going to save me there.
I didn't know
was,
what you were
kinda
doing.
chilling out.
You didn't give us any indication that's where you were headed. Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yes.
So, all right, let's watch the trailer. First, the U.S. version of the trailer for Resident Evil: Welcome to Raccoon City. Now, again, our experience. Let's give this proper setup. Our experience thus far is the Resident Evil movies we've had thus far. I enjoyed the first one for what it was, although it wasn't my Resident Evil. I liked the second one more because Apocalypse was the closest to Resident Evil, and there I think was one other that was pretty fun. Otherwise, they're all pretty forgettable and annoying, like Fast and the Furious. They're the Fast and the Furious of horror franchises.
Very much.
They really,
That and Underworld.
they okay, don't get me wrong, yeah, Underworld especially, that just got regurgitated crap after a while. But even with these ones, it just got to the point where it's like, you knew what you were going to expect. You knew what you were getting yourself into and everything, so if you expected anything more, you're just
It's on you.
being an ass to yourself. No, I would agree, like the first one was more enjoyable than the rest of them. The second one was a lot closer to what we got for game-wise and everything on authenticity, but it still wasn't very perfect. I got some evil eyes and everything from Cecil earlier
Yeah, because he already watched the trailer.
Sorry.
Because we don't cover trailers here at the
You know what? I wasn't thinking. I'm just like, oh, this looks cool. And also, it came on
Certainly,
before
I
another
don't disagree
video,
with
so
that.
it wasn't
You
even intentionally put
absolutely
on.
were not
I've been
thinking.
guilty of it myself. It's,
You guys are both twats.
See,
Well,
yeah,
you know,
just to double down though, I did not like the first film because it was so different than the games that I love so much, and at that point I think they were up to like Code Veronica, so I was like rocking my Dreamcast and I was like so stoked about that particular thing. But really, the character of Alice, I never liked her implementation in all of this, and the fact that they're we're gonna bring Redfield's in there, we're gonna bring Jill Valentine, we're gonna do all these different things. I was never about the fact that they made the video game characters fit around Mila Jovovich, or said director's wife, although he didn't direct every installment, just most of them.
well,
Yeah,
from what I heard, at least with like the original, like why they didn't go with like the original kind of storyline is because it would have been a little predictable. They wanted to kind of bring it something new, bring some
video
characters.
games.
But I get also where you're coming from.
Child's Play,
Yeah.
so many other
Predictable for the
installments.
people
Yeah.
that played the game
Well,
who would love to see
exactly.
it play out the same
Exactly.
way.
So that's where
Like,
it
that's
came
the
from. But
dumbest
yeah, I
argument.
definitely agree with you on the aspect of the building all the other, or bringing all the characters around Alice and everything, where it should have been the other way around.
And I saw every single one of these in theaters, guys. Afterlife,
Me too.
Extinction,
Really?
Apocalypse. all
I don't know
this
why you
stuff.
say that with such pride, but okay. Yeah, me too.
No. I'm saying it with like it was.
I only saw the first two.
I saw everyone also.
I still feel like this franchise was a little stronger than the Underworld franchise, but maybe that's because
At
I
times.
appreciate the IP from the video
I
game
like
so
the
much,
Underworld
so
franchise. I thought they did a great job with that
It
one.
got
actually.
it just really fell off at like
It was around the same time. for
No,
both.
I like the giant. I like look.
it was no I
It didn't
I
fall
wasn't-
off.
I was not
They've all fallen off. Like I think Resident Evil had more bad entries than the Underworld franchise did.
Well, I think they had more entries than the Underworld
Well,
franchise.
it
that
did.
doesn't
That
change
probably
my
is.
argument at all. I'm
It
just
did.
saying.
I would say at least like the last two on the Underworld series was probably the worst ones.
I like the one with the giant werewolf in it, and
That
that
was
I think,
the very
second
last one.
Yeah, I liked it.
I
liked it.
kind of dumb.
Yeah, you're dumb.
You're,
All right.
you're
So
Here we go.
dumb.
So this being allegedly based on Johannes Roberts, a more faithful representation of the video
Yes.
game.
Correct. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about. I've seen a lot of people use the thumbnail with the brain creature that jumps on ceilings and
The
shit
liquor?
like that.
And I've also,
yes, the
and I've
liquor.
also seen the turn scene at the very beginning.
Yes, from the very beginning of the
yeah.
game. Yes,
Yep.
it seems like that's homaged as well.
Yep.
So, let's give it a try. This is the U.S. version of the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City trailer at long last.
No, that's the international you just put on.
Okay, this is not what we're putting on first. This is the first one we're putting on right here. Thank you, Robert, for that correction. And getting back to the beginning, it looks like it's going to have a pre-trailer, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Make Capcom money.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I'm annoyed with the trailer crap.
Me too.
Every story has a beginning.
Of course it does.
I'm on board already, based on the pre-trailer.
And it's a
Discover
$40
the
million
origin
budget
of evil.
is what they have for
Ooh,
this.
that's not bad.
Why are you back
But-
here, Claire? Your conspiracies weren't true when we were kids. They're not
We
true
haven't
now.
watched it yet. Fuck
We
nuts.
need to expose Umbrella.
I thought the same thing, just didn't say.
have to talk.
I had the
But we
same-
have to talk.
I'm afraid of what they're gonna do to this town.
We got it. We don't have to talk. We're gonna get claimed
They
either
have
way.
links there.
Yeah.
I'm talking
And
Chernobyl.
Umbrella
if you know
is
what I
the
mean.
shelter from the storm. Oh,
Ooh!
did you not see Homeboy from Umbrella
Yeah.
Academy?
Wesker? Oh,
Yeah.
Umbrella Academy. Huh?
Yeah, but he plays Wesker.
You gotta help us, Claire. Let the world know what's really going on.
Oh, I know that guy.
No, G2
Oh,
plays
that's
Yep.
okay. He's been in a ton of shit. That's yeah.
Dude, that is.
We have to continue.
He was in Blade even.
And even the casting for Chris, I'm not actually too disappointed
I
with.
like how they're going RPD. I like
Yeah.
how they're actually giving some faithfulness. To
Oh,
the
that's the
game.
guy from. Oh, and this
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He's in American Horror Story double feature right now.
He's
He's
been in
playing
so many things.
the president.
He's playing Birkin.
What were Umbrella doing?
Very strange music.
Oh, that's
choice.
right.
What's going on?
I heard there's a lot of people upset that Leon is played by the Mexican guy right now. I don't care.
Jill got swapped, and I'm gonna say it looks.
I don't care.
She's fine.
Yeah, I don't care about. I don't
Okay,
care
I'm
about
actually
gender
right there
swaps.
with them though.
Race
Okay,
swapping.
why do I?
Ooh.
Okay, the girl I recognize significantly.
This scene-
Oh yeah. There you
Yes,
go. Yeah.
like the opening scene from the video game.
Hey, yeah, yeah. I say.
We gotta get out of here.
Dude, I am on board for this. This looks like the first game.
Yeah.
Yes, with the
looks
dog.
Like, this
So-
looks like what I wanted from.
What it should have been, exactly.
Whoa! What was that?
Dare I say, reinterpretation is cool.
The liquor? Okay, okay.
But there's a few different creatures in here from both games. So what
Dude, what was that big ass thing?
so what it's looking
was
like?
that the
So they're
tyrant?
doing
No.
maybe the first 3 games. Is what
No,
I'm
it's the
feeling.
first 2 because
No, 'cause no nemesis.
because the first game and
Alright,
the
here we
second game both took place basically at the same time.
Yeah.
So this is where the movie's
Okay,
playing
that's right,
through.
because the 3rd game was the
Nemesis.
sequel.
Was the right?
to-
Yeah, it was basically like 2 weeks after all of
It
this
had
happened.
Nemesis.
Although, dare I say, Code Veronica does not get the proper respect.
I
and
love
love
Code
and stuff,
Veronica.
man.
That was my favorite of
it's
the
my-
old Resident
It was
Evil
my
games.
favorite before 4, man.
Yep, me too.
All of them.
See, 3.
All right, so that's Chris Redfield. I think that's
my
good. That's a
introduction.
good casting for Chris Redfield. Honestly.
Same, especially for the
And
time,
Claire too.
time
Claire
period
looks.
where
Or is
it's
that Claire or
set.
Jill? Is she Claire or Jill?
That's
That's gotta be
Claire.
Claire, right?
That's Claire.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm not
So Chris
mistaken,
and Claire,
both
brother,
Claire and
sister?
Jill are
Yeah,
both
that's
in
Jill
this.
right
Oh,
there.
that's Jill,
Wesker.
okay. Oh, the Umbrella Academy guy is
Yep.
Wesker?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
And this scene, especially right here, like this
That's
straight
out of the game.
Yeah, straight out of the game,
Yeah.
dude. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
I'm actually very much about.
I don't know
respecting
why I
the game
can't
a
think of
little
this
bit
guy's name.
more.
Donald Logue.
Something like
That's
that.
his name. Donald
Yeah,
Logue.
I would say, like, I would contend respect the game a little bit more with the story, but yet,
Yeah, they're definitely-
bring in a few nuances here and
So
there.
how do people
Yeah.
even know that that's that's Leon and not Carlos? Because Carlos
Exactly.
spit an image for Carlos.
I would say who would have been
They
a better
honestly
choice
might
for
have melded
Carlos.
the characters together
Maybe.
because
I
they
don't
often
know.
do that in films like this.
He's a spit an image for Carlos, not Leon. But nonetheless, if it's Leon, I don't care. Leon doesn't need to be a blonde hair, blue eyed, fucking Aryan race motherfucker.
He was brown haired,
Oh,
No, he was blonde. Leon?
wasn't he?
He was at least dirty blonde.
Maybe.
hey, as a
He was
dirty-
100%
as a
Maybe.
blue-eyed dirty blonde. I mean,
All right. So that's the U.S. trailer. I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
I am very much into this. That particular callback scene from the video game is really rad. I will never forget seeing that on
But
the Sega Saturn.
but the creature design, especially
that's-
too in the
that's-
set.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of brownish.
Yeah.
Dirt. It's light to brown. Light brown to brown.
Like they could have at least like straightened the dude's
Yeah,
hair
brown
and made
hair,
it
okay.
more like that.
No, but that wouldn't fit that character. He's very
Okay, as
Mexican
these
looking.
guys continue looking at that,
Yeah,
I will
sorry.
say that this could very much, unfortunately, as badass as this particular trailer that we saw looks, this could delve into.
November, it's a month away.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, we're gonna watch this soon.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I don't care.
I'm not telling you. I
Try
mean,
to
this
screen
could.
Oh, we
what-
will.
What is the only franchise that has been toe to toe with Resident Evil
Underworld.
at any particular point? No, from a
Underworld.
video game standpoint.
Oh, video game
Oh.
standpoint.
You know, you and Marshall love it so very much.
Paranormal Activity.
No, from
Video
from a
game.
Video game
game
adaptation to
standpoint.
movie.
Silent Hill.
Oh,
This
I
has-
never played those games.
Oh, you never played Silent Hill?
okay. This has kind of
Oh,
a Silent
Marsha
Hill.
did, but no.
That's kind of a Silent Hill movie vibe. To
Okay.
me, at least a little bit from the trailer, and that's not to say from these images that it doesn't look badass of all kinds, but that's my only fear, because at least with what Paul W.S. Anderson and even the guys who jumped on and helped him like later on, there was still that tongue-in-cheek like sort of silliness. I'm not getting much of a jovial like, hey, we're gonna like wink at you as like horror is
Oh, no,
transpiring.
this
like,
is just
like
straight,
a
like,
fun
brutal
horror sort of
killing.
vibe. You know, if
Dude,
there's
if-
gonna be a comedic aspect,
And it
I'm
feels
not
like a lot
getting
of it
that here.
takes place in the police station, which is fucking rad, dude.
Well,
That's
it looks
so...
like
well, in the
more
mansion.
half and
Mansion
half.
police
Well,
station,
they're
yeah.
saying, from what I have read, that this is supposed to be like 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's
mushed
what it
together,
seems like. That's what it
you know,
seems like.
as far as the story goes. So we'll get some mansion, we'll get
so
some in
excited.
Racoon
Yeah.
City.
This looks so
proper.
Because like I said, it's all got to tie together because both the first two games were basically at the same time.
Oh yeah, exactly. as
This
far as
does. This
timeline
looks
goes.
awesome.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
And also Zero.
But we have an
I mean,
international
which is
trailer to
awesome,
watch, too.
You know, playing,
What?
and
we have an international trailer
yeah,
to
yeah,
watch.
We
yes,
do,
yes.
we do. But Zero playing with Rebecca Chambers and then
Yeah.
the escaped convict guy when you're
Yep.
on a train. I was a big fan of Zero too, dude, which was originally a GameCube
I only played a little
only
bit
game.
of that.
Oh, dude. Ugh.
Did you ever
Evil
play
Zero was awesome.
Resident Evil Survivor? That was like their first person
the
bullshit.
light gun games?
Yeah.
I have both of them.
It was. Dude, I
both
I
of
honestly
them, dude.
didn't like Survivor.
All right, here we go.
Well,
I'm going to put on
since I was a
another
big
one.
fan of House of the Dead and
I like House of the Dead. And shit.
Carnival and shit like that. So
Carney.
Cecil's like,
Yeah, Carnival.
Cecil's like, okay.
Ready? All right. Let's do the international trailer now. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, so we have heard that there's
Same
significant
movie?
amounts of new footage, and
Apparently.
there is not what's
Well, it starts off
going on.
different, too.
So
Yeah, let's
which
check
I'm
it out.
actually
3,
much
2, 1,
more
go.
about.
What are you doing out hitchhiking on a night like this, anyway?
Oh, this is the story trailer.
Used to live here, you said. Raccoon City. Better you than me.
Watch out!
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Jesus. Oh. Oh, and that's how the dogs are created. Okay. That's absolutely Claire with the red jacket.
Oh yeah. But instead of her,
That's crazy. They did the international trailer as the story trailer,
yeah,
and the other one is the
Claire
teaser
not
trailer.
being in the first film, obviously.
This is
But
way
But they
different.
definitely-
No, first video game.
Yeah, but they definitely changed her entrance in the town. She's not riding in on the bike. She's coming
who
in with
cares?
her
We don't
tanker.
contain this. You could threaten the whole world.
Shall we go?
Dude, I hate to say it, but this is the Resident Evil movie I wanted. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god,
The
it looks
whole
so
friggin'
good.
Years ago.
That is 100% the game. That was fucking the remake.
They were experimenting.
And then what's his nuts from Letter Kenny?
I'm
Ooh!
not giving it to anybody.
Wicked. Oh my god, the international trailer has the win in my book.
yeah, in every way.
This is Cheap Irons. Pick up your damn radio.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, it's Chief Irons.
Dude.
So we're gonna get Barry, maybe? It's
Not
Ooh.
that I've seen in the casting. And
I haven't
everything,
seen any orange jacket.
Well, I was gonna destroy this place.
But there is a particular little Asian in here
Wow.
Amy Wong.
want to get out of this town.
though. Ada.
Amy.
Yeah. But
What in the
But
fuck
yeah.
is that
Wow,
thing?
I'm actually way more into this
I think
trailer
that's
than
I
the
think that was
previous one.
another I don't know, because that was a giant alligator in the sewer part.
Yeah, that trailer was way better.
But yet there were positives to both, so
Either
I'm
way,
excited for this
either way,
movie, man.
this movie looks amazing.
I gotta see that creature again, dude. I wanna. Like, it
course
still
you do.
looks so CG, but it
But the
it's so
creature design
cool
overall
looking.
looks amazing, especially between that, the
Look at that
liquors, the
shit.
dogs.
So that is Tyrant for sure, because look at the arm with the eyeballs.
Oh, it must be the final
Yeah.
mutation.
It's the
then.
Tyrant, yeah.
the
It's the
final.
final Tyrant. Look at that face, though, dude. That's so fucking rad looking.
and the
Like I said-
Tyrant didn't even show up until the third
No,
one.
Tyrant was in the first one.
Yeah, he was the first.
Oh,
big-
He was the very
it's like
last boss
final
of the first one.
in it, and yeah.
Every game has a Tyrant. Resident Evil 2 had a Tyrant. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis was the Tyrant. So every Resident Code Veronica had a Tyrant too. Like, they all have it until
I was
4
stuck
and
on that
beyond.
particular point, and I was like,
There's a
frustrated
Tyrant at
out of
Code
my mind.
Veronica. There's Tyrants at the end of the first 4 Resident Evil games. Except for Resident Evil 4. By the first 4, I mean 1,
Well, that's
2,
where I
3,
was
and
going
Code
to say,
Veronica.
like
you
the
start getting
fourth
giant
game, where they
trolls and.
Right, that's when you start to get to the villagers and the fucking the
and
weird
that's where the
virus
series
thing.
kind of lost me, man. Where
The
it
Las
turned less
Plagas.
into creatures.
Yeah, the
and,
Las
like,
Plagas. Good job. I couldn't think of it.
Yeah, less into creatures and more into just like shooting down people.
Oh, he looks so
You know, like
fucking rad.
infected people and stuff. And wasn't there one
Doesn't
where
look great
there
in
was like
motion.
an Africa
That was
kind of?
5.
Was that 5?
It's funny. Tremors 5 was in Africa. Resident Evil 5 was in.
I love
Africa.
Tremors 5, man.
But like I said, this was a $40 million budget.
Oh,
Like, it looks amazing. Look at that. Like, honestly, it looks pretty
Yeah.
fucking cool.
yeah.
In motion, it doesn't look as good in
Doesn't
motion
look
as
as
it does in still frame. But it's pretty. I mean, I would be scared shitless if that thing was coming up on me. Holy god! All right, so I'm really excited about this movie.
Absolutely.
After Antlers, this might be my second
Dude, I
most
am
anticipated now.
ridiculously excited for Antlers. I've been waiting for this goddamn movie for so long.
All right, so
Fuck.
Well,
let's
and
do.
And I mean, even the biggest thing about this franchise, man, is the fact that I never thought that they completely got it
fucking
right.
grabbed my leg
I'm
for, bro?
grabbing this, and your legs in the way.
You fucking-
I just never thought that they got it right with
You
the
didn't buy me
previous
dinner.
series. You know, as great as Mila was, and how she started to own that role as you know, like just subsequent installments kind of went about. It just never felt like Resident Evil to me, so to speak. Even when they brought in the taking over of the Capitol and you know Wesker reincarnated and all the different stuff, so they cherry picked aspects from
they definitely-
from the video game
they
series
definitely
that
did,
they
like-
incorporated in. It was very much their own turn of the wheel, but we don't do that with this sort of franchise. Like there was supposed to be kind of a consistency with something like Resident Evil. It's not a multiverse sort of story, and so for that reason,
I'm
I
out.
was just pissed like constantly by
So that's a
Resident Evil film series.
Sharks thing. For those reasons, I'm out. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next thing I'm going to do is the new trailer for The Deep House from Paramount Pictures. So this, I believe, was a foreign film that was picked up at festivals that was then picked up by Epix to be released via Paramount. This is the underwater haunted house movie. Here, let me show you
So
the
scuba
let me show you the
divers?
poster.
So scuba divers get a.
I'll show you the poster.
Scuba, Steve.
This is the poster.
Okay, so it's a sunken town, and they go into this haunted house, and they get all fucked up underwater.
Something.
I don't know if that's all this.
I don't know if that's what it is, but
All right,
let's give
go.
it a try.
Let's go.
All right. 3,
Lay
2,
it on me.
1, go.
Yeah, I just saw the release date.
Is it also the end of the month?
Maybe a little.
Everything comes out October 29th.
Apparently it's very difficult to access.
Beautiful tunes.
At the bottom of this part of the lake, there's a perfectly preserved house.
Just one house, not a town.
There she is.
That's fucking creepy though.
It would be if you found that going in there. Absolutely.
And I'm a scuba diver, and I would absolutely go in.
See, if I had James Cameron, I'd feel a little bit more like.
This is like a million lights and
What a
100,000
great
cameras.
idea,
I feel
though.
more composed.
Oh shit!
You know, decomposition.
Fucked up.
How long is it?
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's basically what I described.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's only like 3 weeks away, but okay.
It looks alright.
Nah. Honestly, if that's all it is, if it's just dead bodies with white eyes opening up and trying to grab you and pull you down, that's going to be way less cool than I
I
was
mean, I
hoping
like
it
these
would be.
forestry shots, yeah. And if I'm complimenting the forestry shots as opposed
Yeah.
to the brief bit we saw underwater. I
Yeah,
guess.
what are your thoughts, Robert, from watching?
I don't know. Like, it looks okay enough. I don't know. I'm not really. It's just a haunted house underwater. That's really all it looks like. I don't know.
And not
I'll wait-
necessarily a great one.
No, not really. Like, I'll wait for if either one of you guys end up watching this.
I will.
If you recommend it enough to watch it, I'll check it out. But I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna seek this out.
I'm open water certified as a scuba diver, and so I as a haunted house fan and a scuba diver, how could I not fucking?
And
watch
I am
this movie?
actually Epic certified because I still subscribe to their stupid service for Chapel Wait, which I am about to finish and review on the 24th.
Well, don't get rid of it
On
until
the
after
Hill
we
to
watch
Stephen King,
this.
so.
How are you liking that though?
I watched the first 2 episodes and it was just kind of
Man,
for
okay,
me,
that's
you know.
disappointing.
I hear it's
Yeah.
not great. All right, so we're not super excited about this one, but it's still an interesting idea. We'll have to see how it plays out. Next,
And how?
let's do something that I had last week that I forgot about. So apparently the CW does a show called Killer Camp that is a reality show where
Ooh.
kids show up and have to survive like a Friday the 13th scenario or something. I don't know, but this is season 2's trailer. So I'm guessing, hoping / that they had that idea in season 1 and it was executed okay, and then they're like, here's what we can do for season 2, and this is the trailer for season 2. So let's see if it's anything worthwhile, or if I'm wasting 2 minutes of our time plus the time of me talking.
2
about it.
minutes I never get back.
You see, I thought this was you showing me that Sabrina is showing up on Riverdale, which is officially confirmed, and we'll talk about that on the news. But
Well, technically, they had already talked about that in the show.
well, they had talked about it before. But
Yeah,
it's
so they
officially
had
confirmed,
already
like,
cast that
episode,
into the
everything.
Peripheral universe and everything.
No, I know
Well,
that,
good for
man.
her. Good for her. 'cause
Exactly.
Sabrina didn't deserve to go out. How's that going to be though? She's dead.
Oh,
You know, she is maybe as a spiritual presence. She's going to
Maybe.
show up for one.
Yeah, because
particular
that's how they
character.
ended the series. They fucking killed her. So
I haven't finished it yet.
I mean, she
So I
doesn't-
might know more about this then.
It doesn't matter. It's been out for what, a year almost already.
more
so
than that. All right, 3,
so-
2, 1. Killer Camp season 2. Go.
Welcome to Camp Pleasant, home of a reality show where beautiful people come to stay and play.
Titties.
But one of the campmates is a serial killer,
Ah.
sabotaging games to steal their money. Get your face in there! And with the help of Camp Handyman Bruce, they'll ruthlessly murder their friends one by one.
Not everyone can be trusted.
Hate to say that I'm into it.
Can the innocent campmates work out who the killer is amongst them
I honestly have no idea who the killer might be.
before it's too late? They'll need to compete with each other for immunity to stay alive. The immunity is yours! Prepare for mistrust.
I thought you guys were my friends.
Mystery.
Make sure you do not accuse the wrong person of being the killer.
Murder. And mummy. You're weak. I should have never given Camp Pleasant to you.
I feel an impending sense of doom.
Killer is just that much closer to getting the whole pot of money. It never stops.
Welcome to Killer Camp.
Alright, let me go first and say that I know I should fucking hate on this, but after watching this, all I can say is I want to be on this show so fucking bad. And I would watch this show. This seems silly, but right up my alley as a horror fan and a fan of stupid, cheesy reality shows that can't stand like the Housewives shows or stuff. This is the kind of cheese reality show I could get into. And if any of the show creators are watching and want, you know, a middle-aged man on this show, I will happily accept it. Robert?
This is fucking hot garbage.
Why is that?
This looks like straight hot garbage. I've literally seen this same scenario or TV show done better. Fucking back in 2002.
With what? With what show?
Oh god damn! I know. I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, you can't bring it up.
I know. I can literally. But it was basically like they were stuck in this small town and everything, and they're basically getting hunted by this killer.
Never heard of it.
It was fuck. Yeah,
Okay,
it was back in like 2001 or 2002.
Why does it look like garbage to you?
I just cannot. It just look just too. Just too cheesy, tweeny. I'm just not about it at all. Okay. I can't take any of this seriously, and not that I know I'm not really supposed to, because it looks pretty campy. Killer camp, but no, I'm not about this at all.
Fuego?
No.
What else can I say that you know Robert hasn't like made sure that was evidently apparent? I'm so not.
So you're not a fan either?
No, I'm not about this, and I mean it's more so because of the fact that I don't really like reality stuff.
Yeah, that's partly my thing too. I don't like reality TV. It's garbage.
I liked Road Rules and versus Real World.
Well, I liked those competition sort of shows. I did. It's just been so long since I've watched them at this particular point because I mean, shit, Hawaii where Homeboy, or maybe it was Los Angeles, or The Miz, man. I watched the season where The Miz was a guy who wanted to become a wrestler, and now he's a professional wrestler and has been for a lengthy period of time. I know Paramount Plus is doing reunions of the Los Angeles show, just renewed the New York show and stuff. So,
fucking Paramount Plus got Real Monsters on there, so yeah. That's all I give a shit about.
Yeah, and I paid for a whole year of them, man, which was nice ass status. But this, I would check out an episode because of the fact that it's not being like full on, reality show. The fact that it seems like that derpy, it definitely kind of produced like, hey, it's tongue in cheek. This is our show, and then maybe you see some behind.
Yes, they're definitely not taking themselves super seriously. They're having fun with it.
I'm thinking about it as a show creator's point of view. Like, if we were to put together a reality show, like, it might not be far off of this as far as having a slasher.
Well, as far as
I like it. I'm not going to hate on it.
It was very similar to a couple scenes we saw in this trailer.
I'm not going to hate on it. It seems like fun to me. So fuck you guys. All right, let's move on to Locke and Key Season 2. The newest trailer for Locke and Key Season 2, which is the full trailer, which is, I'm guessing, the story trailer.
Which we're still trying to figure out, everybody. Do you want a full, specific season discussing...
We're going to get like 4 comments saying yes. How is that going to be a judge for us?
Because we put so much effort into covering it previously.
I understand, but dude, it's about looking at the numbers on the channel.
All right.
There's going to be vocal commenters, but that doesn't mean it's going to translate to numbers on the channel, is the thing.
So don't look forward to it, because it ain't happening.
Oh my god, this guy. Are you okay?
I'm fine, man. I'm just.
We're going to talk about it either way, whether it's during a review roundup or a separate review that doesn't get us views.
We were like big Joe Hill people, though, so that's where.
We're not Joe Hill people. We still cover Joe Hill, but we have to think about the channel. We're going to put an extra video out that isn't going to get a lot of views, and we could just talk about it during the review roundup, and the 6 people that care about our thoughts on the Locke Key Season 2 will get to watch it then.
I know Chucky will trend.
Why are you
better.
so wounded by this?
I know Chucky will trend better, so.
My God. Like, Jesus, it's not a personal attack on you.
Didn't assume it.
3, 2, 1, go.
My husband died last year, and I moved my kids to the house where he grew up. The kids, they are doing great. But I can't move on from things that still make no sense to me. You would tell me, wouldn't you, if there was something going on?
Just because we figured out a few of the keys, we think we know everything.
We don't know everything, but we know that Dodge is gone.
Why would you turn into someone like Gabe?
Because no one's gonna suspect him of being anything more than a nerdy little kid who's fallen in love with Kinsey. Do you understand? Good.
This world has so much potential. To be reborn, to be ruled. It's time to finish what I started.
How are you gonna do that?
You ready?
The keys, they can bring about the greatest good or the darkest evil, and you, as the maker, get to decide.
It's up to us now. This has to end.
Oh, that was the house splitting with the giants.
Killer.
They're going way off the plot on this one. There is so much that is so far from the comic series in this trailer. Holy shit. They're going their own way for sure. I think it looks good. It looks entertaining. It definitely looks magical and mysterious and adventurous, but it does not look like the comic book series anymore at all. Very, very little anyway. Robert, your thoughts?
Yeah. It looks fun enough. I've never kept up with the Locke and Key stuff or anything, so it would technically just be a whole new story for me. I wouldn't have the context of all the comics and everything like that. But yeah, no, it looks definitely fun enough, adventurous, family kind of stuff. I don't know. And I don't know. Looks cool.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't really have much else to say on it. There you go.
Yeah, I see how they're obviously diverging, and they were doing that with the previous series, but I am just intrigued in the fact that they're reaching all the way back to the colonial times, which we see in some of the spin-off stuff and some of the backstory as far as just how far this tome actually can extend its reach, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's still probably going to be very PG-13, which Cecil and I derived and you know, kind of talked a little bit of smack about, you know, previously. But aside from that, I'm still very curious to see where this new turn of Joe Hill's wheel like changes things, because he is very right. As somebody who knows the series significantly better than me and has for a longer period of time, yeah, they're making their own lore at this particular point, and I'm intrigued to see where it goes. And yeah, 22nd of October. We'll see.
Visually, it looks amazing.
Yeah, they're just they're taking the ball and running with it. I mean, they diverged from the comics last year a bit, and you know, most people watching the series wouldn't know the difference. And the comic book series is much more geared towards horror than the first season on Netflix was. So I think they're like, okay, well, we'll just keep it as two separate entities, and we'll just lean into the direction we built in season 1 of Netflix, because we know people liked it, because people watched the fuck out of it. So we'll just lean into it, and we'll cherry pick from the series where we can, from the comic book series where it makes sense, and it'll be kind of the best of both worlds, the best of Joe Hill's mind and the TV writers' room mind. And you know what? I'm not. Again, this is very much to me like the whole remake argument. I don't care about remakes because it's not like it's making the original movies go away. The original comics I still have in big, beautiful, hardbound editions. So I can go back and read that version of the story anytime I want. And now I can enjoy a slightly different version of the story, and I won't know what's coming. So I dig on that. All right.
Fair enough.
So moving on, let's do Paranormal Activity first, and then there's like 3 or 4 ones that are just kind of, I don't know, but Paranormal Activity Next of Kin put out a more full-length trailer, so let's check it out. I'm guessing this is the story trailer for this one. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, whenever you're ready.
We are shooting a documentary because I am about to meet my first biological relative.
Oh, boy.
She's Amish.
I'm not. I am not Amish.
We are humbled and grateful to have our sister Margot return to us.
I've always hoped that I could meet you all, so this is a really special moment for me.
And Kristopher Landon writing this.
Mind if I film you for a moment?
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Wow.
Shit.
I
Holy
like your
fuck.
doll. What's her name?
Yeah.
You know, that was my mom's
the same
name.
creepy girl I
She
saw
used to
in
live
Martyrs
here a long
Lane?
time ago.
Excuse me,
She's still
Martyrs Lane.
here.
Oh.
Okay.
That's some fuck shit to
What
say.
did you say?
Whoa.
She's still here.
Whoa. Why would they build a church all the way back here?
What is that?
The demon, Asmodeus, was trapped inside a chosen woman of God.
This has happened before.
So is Asmodeus a name that's...
I believe so.
What the hell? Are these from my mom? You can't have me and my baby?
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy.
I know every Amish family within a 50-mile area. They ain't Amish.
Jesus välkommen, Jesus välkommen, Kristus shanti ganze Erde. Jesus välkommen, Jesus välkommen, Kristus shanti ganze Erde.
What?
Oh my god.
Two-headed goat status?
I have to know.
Yeah, being lowered into set situations.
Oh, boy.
Something in the tunnels.
Dude, that looks dope.
That actually...
God damn it, that is that same day.
So it's like, I've actually never been a big fan on the Paranormal Activity movies at all.
Marsha and I have.
Yeah, I know you guys have, but this, like, even from the last time we did the last trailer reaction, like, this still is very intriguing. I like the setup. I like the sets, like, where they're shooting and everything.
And I have Paranormal Plus, guys. Or
Yeah.
Paranormal Plus, so,
Yeah, I literally just got it because of Real Monsters and shit like that.
So we're watching Antlers the week before, so what I'll do is as soon as it's available to put up, maybe I'll do Antlers the Wednesday, we'll do Last Night in Soho Friday, and Paranormal Activity on Thursday if we can get access to that early, so we'll just do all 3 fucking brand new movies.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, it's going to be a busy October, guys. I'm excited to watch this. I'm excited to do the review with Marsha. Marsha and I were planning to go through the whole series again, but I don't know that we're gonna. I mean, look, I can make it happen between now and then, but I'll have to chat with Marsha to see if we're gonna actually do that, because it'd be nice to finally cover the Paranormal Activity series, but where am I gonna fit it on this fucking schedule? Anyway. We'll get it done if we have to, though. I mean, we got time and it's October, so if we're gonna put extra episodes out, this is the one.
Yeah.
So I'm into this. I think it looks good. I think this trailer is way above and beyond the first trailer in as far as making me wanting to watch it. So I don't know, you guys.
I said my piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very much looking like Wingard's attempt at updating with like some found footage, but then other like higher production value for people before they actually get into said situation and stuff. And so, yeah, I liked Wingard's the Blair Witch from 17, 16, whatever the hell it was. I thought that was good. And Christian Landon, I think his name is Kristopher Landon. He was the guy behind Happy Death Day, both of those, and the 3 or 4 different installments of this series. And so him coming back to script, I think it's in good hands. So yeah.
Cool. All right, well, that's that. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. We're just a couple of weeks out from this one, so that's exciting. All right, so now we have 3 trailers that I don't really know much about, but let's just give them a go. The first one is called Bathsheba, Search for Evil. So this is a trailer that is a documentary about the ghost that The Conjuring was about.
Yeah, and it's about them trying to sell the property and...
I would say apparently it's back up on the market.
3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah.
One
They're
family's
selling it for
ordeal
like
was so
over $1 million.
horrific.
She was terrified.
It inspired the hit film The Conjuring.
She's standing right behind me.
But paranormal specialists are setting out to explain the truth behind the myth.
The land itself holds memory.
Because truth is scarier than fiction. Prepare yourself for the story of
Us capitalizing on the story.
Alright, that's kind of a lame trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd watch it, but I'm not going to watch it on T&E. I don't know what T&E is.
Yeah, it is. And when you see a very unreputable
the sad thing, like with how they cut up and edit like the trailers for these type of shows, it really gives it more of that cheesy, I can't take this serious kind of thing.
And also, there's some apparent reenactment that they're doing very poorly. Too,
Absolutely, a couple of this in particular, like this is where you officially lost me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like. I liked like the case files and everything from them, especially even like their overseas cases like they did in London. But I don't know, this.
Yeah,
it's mediocre. It's mediocre.
Fuego, any extra thoughts from you?
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, the fact that they seem like they're reenacting certain bits, that's the most off-putting for me. If they were just strict, like if they were doing more so like. News reports and stuff from papers and things of that nature, I would give it some more credence, at least as far as the legitimacy of this particular foretelling of the story. But yeah, not so much here. Sorry.
All right, so
especially if you go too heavy on like the consistent reenactments of scenarios and crap.
So the next one is called The Spine of... Oh no, we'll do that last. The next one is called Isolation. This is a Red Band trailer, so... it's gonna be nasty.
I don't know.
3, 2, 1, go.
Gravitas are a little hit and miss sometimes. Instead of their handheldy kind of.
What the hell?
That's nasty.
Oh, it's anthology.
Oh
that's
yes,
right.
that's right. This is the.
In a fleeting dream, and now I was awake in a nightmare. But mine was just one.
Oh, Quarantine, yeah. 9 Quarantine Tales.
Huh. Oh.
Damn.
You're carrying the most dangerous virus, the truth.
Are you gonna kill me now?
Am I?
All right. I like the tagline. I'll give him that.
Yeah, like it looks okay.
Doesn't look terrible, but I like the conceit behind it. 9 stories shot during quarantine.
Yeah.
All of the
this one,
variety.
for some reason, like how the first one that opened up with this, like it has me a little more intrigued than anything.
Yeah,
like she's starting to burn with the light, so it's like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, and also like, what is she all like plugged into and all that shit?
Fuego?
I mean, as we've talked about previous times, man, anthology horror, I'm always incredibly intrigued. This doesn't seem as, like, at the mercy of the constraints of the budget like we have seen from a lot of stuff.
What'd you say to me?
I said stop yawning, even though I've been yawning. Sorry, Fuego. Go ahead.
Doesn't seem at the mercy of a lot of the stuff, throughout the, time of the pandemic. So yes, I'm very interested in checking it out.
All right. Any other thoughts from you, Robert? Yeah, not really from me either. It doesn't look like it's going to be the highest quality necessarily, but it looks like there will obviously be some episodes that are going to be
I feel
better than others.
I feel like those probably at least going to be 3 that are be solid enough. The rest of them will be mediocre.
3 is the guessing number. All right.
Yeah. Because there's 9
What's
episodes.
the over/under? Let's get on DraftKings and let's figure that shit out, guys.
3 out of 9 or 3 out of 11.
All right, and then the last one is called The Spine of Night. This is a Red Band trailer for an animated horror project.
Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, film. Great.
A truly breathtaking accomplishment.
There are so many things.
Drawing some inspiration from heavy metal.
Cannot know.
Ooh, Shudder.
Well, Shudder.
I do dig the crudeness of the animation style, because it does take it back to the old school 80s, early 90s.
Oh, it's an anthology also.
Oh, cool.
Well,
technically heavy metal.
I never saw a heavy metal.
It's awesome and it's totally worth it.
It's too late to change.
Sequel's not so good. Heavy Metal 2000, but the original's awesome.
This looks fucking dope.
But not too late to change what will be.
Very much in that same spirit, which is why it was at Southwest and Fantasia.
It's very Scanner Darkly-ish,
Why bring
too.
me here?
We all have masters to serve.
She will know sorrow.
Our people have suffered long enough.
About this.
Oh, wow.
Hell yeah.
I am enlightened.
Wow, hell yeah, dude.
Like, this looks really freaking cool.
It looks so
Lighting there with the
stylistic
purple
and
on the black. It's really cool.
Very Sin City feels at times.
But there's a lot of I don't know, old
Lucy
nostalgia feels and everything I'm getting just from certain scenes with the wizards and just the art design and things like this. Little movies that I watched as a kid growing up. And
this is so what you saw with heavy metal, which is what you saw with Wizards, which is what you saw with those early Lord of the Rings and Hobbits, like that style of animation in the late 70s, early 80s. That's what this is totally exuding.
Yeah, this looks really fucking awesome. I'm obviously... Animation sometimes sells me simply on its gore capabilities, but this looks really cool, the way they have the actual rendered backgrounds interacting with all of the actual animated stuff, and it just looks really fucking cool. It looks like an engaging story. I do like fantasy stories like this where I know nothing going into it and just kind of let it wash over me. So yeah, it looks really cool to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I pretty much already said what I needed to say on this. I'm all about this.
Yeah, same ditto, man.
Yeah.
Both you dudes. I am very much about anything that is going to be like a proper throwback, and this feels more so even like a throwback than Heavy Metal 2000, which tried to go more so like animated, like CGI, sort of like throw in for backgrounds and for different things. This feels more faithful to the source material, which I greatly appreciate. I don't know if the storytelling is going to be that good because it wasn't tremendous in either of both of those, if I'm going to be fair. But as far as the look and that consistent feel, like right up my alley. So
and that scene especially
the gore with the
that scene especially got me. But even like some of that, it's just man, it looks so.
It's
fucking
anime
cool.
level violence, but not the same style of animation, which is freaking cool. So
I'm really okay with that, because there's been even some anime style movies that we've reviewed on here where I've liked some of the premise, but the actual articulation and like the fluidity of movement has just been lacking for me. But this I'm all about.
Well, even like the stilted movement of these characters, it feels much like that
deliberate.
70s and 80s sort of thing.
Absolutely.
You know, as far as it's not supposed to be that fluid, it's supposed to be kind of like a like slow.
They're taking it back basically to the old school style.
Let us know which of these trailers you guys are the most into. I'd be curious to know y'all's opinion. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to all of our patrons for supporting the channel the way that you have. We greatly appreciate it. If you didn't notice, yesterday, Fuego and I did a stream with Cody Leach all about Chucky and the upcoming series, which, if all goes well, this reaction roundup will go up Monday. The Chucky series first episode airs on Tuesday, and I would like to do a review of at least that first episode to go up on that following Wednesday. I mean, we're all going to be together on Tuesday anyway for Halloween, right? So if you guys want to hang out a little late, we could watch Chucky and do a review of that too.
Will be here for Tuesday again?
We're not sure
sometime after 4 p.m., but I'll let you know as far as my schedule goes. So anyway, we'll handle that later, but thank you guys so much for watching. Again, thank you to our patrons for supporting the channel. Until next time, I've been Cecil Laird.
Wolfman.
Gracias, Jaime and Fuego.
And remember, stay scared.